Crime is bad. The death penalty is just too light. We need a real deterrent, something that's going to stop criminals in Tiltron. We need cannibalism. Weirdly enough, we checked and that's actually legal here. This includes, but is not limited to, evicting homeless refugees, executing local tax dodgers, and even helping a bear defend its land from homeless refugees. A lot of refugee stuff. Then, of course, we collect the bodies and this is sure to stop future crimes. But I'm getting ahead of myself. This is Wartales, a sandbox RPG that finally appeals to the masculine urge of gathering your friends and unleashing hell on earth in a medieval society where might makes right. As we are lawful cannibals, in this playthrough we are not allowed to commit any crimes whatsoever or help any crimes be committed whatsoever. The morality of the situation does not matter. We have to follow the letter of the law. If a small child accidentally wanders off the path into private property, that's trespassing. You're in the stew. This is the ragtag group that are being tasked with being a private paramilitary force. First up, we have Rollet, our tank, whose only combat experience up until this point is causing permanent brain damage to countless stray cats. Renangle, the spearman, who will open any conversation with a new person by denying that he killed his wife. Then we have Melrun, our crossbowman. He's a generally well-adjusted member of society if you can look past that incident with the goat that one time. And of course, Isori, our alleged bowwoman. We also have a bloodthirsty pony, and I didn't know how accurate this would be. Okay, alright pony. This group will later be joined by other characters, like a plague-infested axeman, or a homeless crack addict throwing grenades. But that's all to come. On our very first day in Tiltron, we are immediately attacked by local bandits, really highlighting the crime problem. Alright, straight into a fight. Combat in Wartales is incredibly in-depth and strategic, where you... No, don't click off the video. Look, violence. Ooh. Basically, use your abilities. This is armor, this is health, and kill your opponents before they kill you. After the battle, we are compensated by our dead enemies, and I'll just store these for later. Heading north, we find Stromkapp, the capital of this region. This boasts such sites as the marketplace, the town hall, the inn, the blacksmith, and DLC. Boasting a population of over 8 people that I could count, they all have one thing in common. See, there's a civil war in the neighboring Edoran nation, leading to lots of refugees pouring in. Now, this puts us in a bit of an awkward position because these are helpless individuals in need of help. But what does the law say? Plus, I've heard that over 98% of crimes are committed by Edoran refugees. That's just a fact. Speaking of crimes, the tavern is where we can take contracts for various problems that are happening around the map. Just to remind you, our victory condition is to clear this entire map, all 29 locations. They will have to be marked as resolved with a little tick. We're going to be doing this anyway, so might as well accept the contracts and get paid for them as well. We decide to start out easy and accept a contract to take out Otalt's squad. Rumor has it, him and his boys are 6 days late on their taxes, and you know what that means. However, traveling to the area marked on our map, I am immediately distracted by this farm. Talking to Pala, she wants us to try and get her husband's friends because people are trying to kill him. That all seems above board, and she even offers us a bar of soap for our troubles, and so off we go. Bar of soap, hell yeah. We head north as directed, finding a lakeside camp. Here we talk to Isabeth and warn her of her friend's danger. Now, it might be obvious to you that this is a bandit camp and we shouldn't be helping, but I didn't realize at the time. Oh boy, well, what are we doing? What's going on? Oh, they're fighting each other. So chasing the bandits down south to the farm, turns out that this is the village chief and we've led bandits right to him. Isabeth says that her husband is just a desperate farmer who stole some grain, but we're not here to debate morals. We're here to follow orders. Here we're given the choice between helping the villagers or helping the bandits, and given that this is a crime that has been committed, it's an easy answer for us. Ooh, adjustable straps. Plus he's offering adjustable straps. Whilst the fight is even in number on paper, we are quite badly outmatched. Oh my god. We need to stay away from her. Combine that with my mediocre grasp of the combat system at this point. Oh, you're an idiot. Oh god. And it informs a brilliant strategy of running away and letting the AI allies handle the fight. Just run away. Still, at the end of the fight, only Isabeth is left standing, and Rollet discovers that she's not subscribed to the Laith channel, and she promptly does this out of shame. Rollet's gonna die soon. What? Did she just kill herself? That could be you. As part of the loot, we grab some armor, but most importantly, 8 more bodies for later use. I was pretty happy with this. Okay, we won. But Pala was less than enthused about the outcome.
You let them hang my husband. May the beast take you.
Oh, sorry about that. And with that, our first day in Tiltron comes to a close. On the map, you can see we have now cleared 2 locations, and we've got a hell of a lot more to get through. We're going to be spending more than a month in-game time before this is done. For now, though, we need to camp. This bar at the top represents how much energy our lads have. Once that goes down to 0, they need to camp and rest. And this is our camping space. It's quite nifty. We can assign different people to different professions like tinkering, cooking, resting, but we have to unlock and craft all of that. For now, it's just, well, this. Just a couple of guys sitting around a fire with 10 dead bodies. Given we'd finally witnessed lawlessness firsthand, it was time to put in place our deterrent. Whether it be a desire to consume our enemy's power or to sate some sort of sick curiosity, meat is back on the menu. Okay, hold on a second. The group is consuming 18 food units a night. There are 10 bodies, which represents just under half the total calories consumed. As there's been heavy fighting, let's assume 5,000 calories per person, so 20,000 calories total. The average human contains 125,000 calories. So the bodies alone are over 1 million calories. That leaves 980,000 unaccounted for. Dear God, just how much is that pony eating? Doing the deed, we get this notification. Initially, I panicked because I thought this might be related to the fact that we were consuming human corpses. But I wasn't sure. Still, we've been distracted from our original aim of taking out a Talt squad for far too long, so it was time to chase them down. We run into them on the main road and head straight in. Look, it's not really a squad if there's only 2 of you lads. Just be who you want to be. Tiltron is an accepting place. Roller engages the big bad guy. All right, weakening blow. Hit him. And Renningrel pokes the second. Nice, good stuff, good impale. All right, Melron, you got to do something here, mate. More next time. Now it's 4-2, so this should be a relatively interesting fight, but Isori decides to do something a little bit interesting. You idiot! It turns out Isori is called that because that's what they keep on saying after committing heinous acts of friendly fire. This will not be the last time that they do this. Please don't hit your friend again. Oh my God, you've killed him! Eventually, the henchman falls, and Atult himself falls soon after. Yes! Nice. Grabbing some snacks for the road, we head back to Stromkapp and hand in the quest. Despite having lived in Tiltron, presumably their entire lives, it turns out our lads had never actually left the house, explaining why our map was so limited. Because of this, I wanted to reveal as much of the map as possible, and so we decided to go to the southeast, to Haven, where that refugee leader has called for us. But as we got close, things got a little bit dicey. Do not fear, dear viewer, because I have a secret weapon for this fight that I have not revealed yet. See, Wartales gives you a breadth of tactical abilities, and I'm going to use a very special one called running the hell away. Oh, no. Run! There's too many wolves. That's too many wolves. This causes damage to our health and our armor, but we do survive. I went ahead and repaired everything so we were in good shape for Haven in the morning. So far, we have accidentally colluded with the bandits, then subsequently betrayed them, engaged in friendly fire, and now have run away from a pack of wolves. A far cry from the devourers of crime, but we will get there. This is Fergus. He is the leader of the refugees. He's upset at us because he perceives that we are siding with the citizens of Tiltron, but he is wrong. We are siding with the law. He asked us to go and check on some woodcutters, which is perfectly legal, nothing wrong with that, and so we accept and crack on. However, when we arrive, it appears that these people are illegally cutting down trees. This means they are breaking the law. Okay, big hit. Oh, he's just killed him. Nice. In return for our help in upholding the law, Valdrum gives us some beans. 15 beans. Hopefully it goes well with human leg. That night, Rollock complains that he was hurt in battle, which, to be fair to him, he was, just not by the enemy. Oh my God, you've killed him! Our troop will occasionally have issues and disputes to resolve, both personally and also in their relationships with the other members. For example, no one likes Isori because she keeps shooting her own teammates. On the flip side is Melron, our crossbowman. He keeps on saving everyone, and so everyone loves him. Be like Melron. Quick side note, our troop isn't actually anti-refugee. Like, for example, here's us saving a group of refugees from some bandits. We're simply on the side of the law, which doesn't favor the refugees because of all the xenophobia in this area. Also, did you know that 9 out of 10 Edoran refugees survive on a diet of Tiltron children? Over here, we see refugees in a fight for their life against a bear that we've been tracking. So we immediately rush in to help the bear. We can attack on the side of the bear. We're all friends here, right, Bear? It's crazy you run to punch the guy. Standing side to side with the bear. Look, they attacked the bear. He's just defending his home. That makes him in the right. Feed him to the bear! He didn't even attack us after the battle. Goodbye, bear. Justice has been upheld. After narrowly clearing a couple of bandit groups, it was clear that we needed another body, a live one. So we recruited the axeman Cassert. And Melron, being the well-adjusted member of society he is, apart from that incident with the goat, welcomes him into the troop. Aw, look at this. Melrand wants to help out our new guy. However, he was a little bit apprehensive about our dietary habits. We take a quest to exterminate a rat infestation, which, to my surprise, actually meant rats and wasn't just a Tiltran way of referring to Adoran refugees. Heading all the way back down southeast, we find this place. I don't know about this one. It seems a little bit more than just like a normal rat infestation. Oh boy. Plague-infected outgrowth, plague rat. Brood mother. Oh no. See, these rats have an incredibly fun mechanic where they stack rat fever. And then this bob of flesh, called the brood mother, will then just scream for reinforcements, and reinforcements will come. Okay, then the brood mother gets to yell and call in reinforcements. Okay, Reningrill is dead. Oh, how many reinforcements? How many rats, though? Still, we've been leveling our characters this entire time, meaning we have unique special abilities, like when Reningrill does this. Get him! Kasser can go on a rampage with his axe. Let's just start cutting down the brood mother. Rollut can bonk things even harder. My favorite is Melot's ability to do a commanding shot, which means when he shoots an enemy that's engaged with an ally, that ally also gets an attack. It's fantastic. And Isori is also alive. Once the broodmother is taken care of, the rats flee and we win the encounter. But not without a little present. Was it the rat fever or was it the Kuru disease finally catching up to us? Either way, Isori and Reningrill are now plague-ridden. Fortunately, at the apothecary, we can buy the 2 last plague remedy cures. Handing that quest nets us a tidy sum of gold, and to celebrate, we make Melran formally captain. After all that work, that puts us at 4 locations out of 29. What are the guards doing? Heading north, we uncover a completely normal lumber mill before stumbling on some trackers camp. They give me a quest to hunt down some sort of beast, but I wasn't really paying attention. I was a little bit distracted. Oh god, what is that? Run! What are the trackers doing? Oh god! Every 3 days we have to pay our troop wages. On top of that, add the costs of medicine and fixing our armor, and these costs start to add up. So we're running out of money, we have a lot of locations to complete, a lot of quests to complete, and your attention span is shredded thanks to the modern world. So I spent several hours grinding for gold, for experience, and for equipment. And we've now completed a grand total of 6 locations. However, now that we were sufficiently leveled with decent gear, it meant we could clear locations very quickly. Next up was this old hut. Here this woman Carrie says that her husband Taurus has been bitten by a plague-infested rat and has contracted the plague. She wants us to kill him. Now I checked and he was 100% cool with it, and given that euthanasia is surprisingly legal in Tiltran, we were going to go ahead with it, but then I saw this button. In return for 5 venison, we now had a diseased executioner on the team. Technically, could we have cured him with the cures that we found? It never really came up in conversation. Plus, I like to think it gives him an edge in combat, sort of like how I inject myself with rabies before a jiu-jitsu tournament. The only real drawback is that he has to consume meat every day, otherwise he will go insane. Well, buddy, we got all the meat you could possibly want. You're gonna fit right in. Boom. Done. We move on to location 8, where a moral dilemma awaits us. Inside, we find a single man chained up. Clace claims that he is an Adoran deserter, and Count Lehart, his captain, has chained him to take him back. Okay, let's pause for a second. Now, is this legal? Do we eat this man for deserting? Do we set him free? Okay, let's try and figure this one out. So deserting is illegal, so that's the first thing. However, he has deserted an Adoran unit, which isn't illegal in Tiltran. He's also fleeing Adoran soldiers who don't have any jurisdiction or rights in Tiltran. Moreover, he does have that job lined up for him with the blacksmith back in Stromkapp, so he has the legal right to remain. I'm calling it legal. We're setting him free. We pick the lock and take Clace with us. Along the way, we're hunted by the Count's men, and you're meant to fight them, but we're really fast. This is because we unlocked faster running thanks to the mysteries tree because of all the locations that we've been unlocking. Dropping off Clace at his new job at the Forge, I then figured out that you could forge items yourself. Rollert is to be our blacksmith and he gets to work. We now had visibility on most of the map apart from this southwestern portion. This is the main bandit camp's lair. There are 2 on this map. To make the camp weaker to assault, you have to clear the roving bands of bandits. However, even at its weakest, this was going to be almost impossible, and you'll see why later. But this is our final boss, so we're going to leave this for last. At Old Wilbert's sheepfold, we find Danae and her parents. She explains that they are all refugees and they found this old abandoned sheepfold to stay in. However, it's owned by a man called Wilbert. Because it's dangerous, she asks for us to escort her to him to make an offer. Now this is all above board and legal, and so we accept. God, she's legged it. Wait, slow down! We arrive at the fishery to find things aren't going well.
Absolutely not. I inherited this barn.
It seems Wilbert is refusing to strike a deal, but now Danae won't leave. And Wilbert very clearly wants her to go. Look, if we're going to have any claim to being a legitimate police force, we're going to have to prioritize property over people. And so that means we have to accept this quest. Talking to Danae, she refuses to leave again, which gives us 2 options. So... Well... Hey, look, I support landlords. As a reward and as a warning to any future squatters, we take a little snack. At least Wilbert seems happy with how we've handled this.
Fine work you've done.
Thank you.
I don't know what I'm going to do with that sheepfold yet, but it was a matter of principle.
I completely agree. We then head back to the sheepfold to evict the parents.
Where is my daughter?
It's uncut. Look, this is the letter of the law. I don't want to do this. On the bright side, whereas previously the game considered taking these items from these containers as illegal and stealing, now they have been abandoned by the parents, and so they're ours for the taking. This includes a strange key that I have no idea what to do with. A completely normal lumber mill. My thoughts on this whole matter are easy to sum up. We're terrible people. The next location we hit is a mine that's occupied by some bandits, which is a very, very easy fight for us. With just under half the locations completed, we were on a bit of a roll and flush with cash. So when we bump into Pelalar at the tavern and he offers to join us, we decide to take the hit and pay his wages. The main reason I wanted to hire him was because I had no idea what a thaumaturge mixologist was. It turns out, he's a walking war crime. 20 damage! Bro killed everyone, he killed them in 1! It's just so unnecessary. Okay, so now you're poisoned, burning, corroded, and bleeding. Poison damage, fire damage, drugs, this man does it all. Armed with a man legally barred from joining any military force, we head to the lumber mill. Originally this is because I needed to cut wood for crafting supplies, but then clicking around, the trapdoor prompted me to use the ornate key on it. In going in, I see this. It turns out that this totally not suspicious woman was keeping people in her basement. And when we head back up to confront her, she's disappeared. Did she disappear? Now, bear with me. Is slavery legal in Tiltron? Because if it is, she's done nothing wrong, and we're trespassing.
Sadly for you, ransacking a slaver's basement tends to be a bad idea.
Oh, thank God. Okay, she's attacked us. All right. Okay, good. Now we can fight her in self-defense. I don't think my career could survive me discussing the legality of slavery and siding with the slavers. With the help of War Crimes McGee, this is a fairly simple fight. Given we're running around doing everything we can, we're actually hitting encounters out of order. This is why those first fights were really dicey, and now these ones are very trivial. So trivial, in fact, when the guard Markoon asks for our help in clearing the bandits' birthroom from this mine, Pelalar does it himself in 1 turn. Quickly, do drugs. Oh my God. I've just got to see what it does if I do 2. All right, 2 and then purge. 20 damage! Now throw a grenade at him. Oh, he's dead! Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Bro killed everyone. He killed them in 1. That's amazing. This gains us the notice of the Lady Mayoress, and she summons us to talk to her. Meeting her at the town hall, she congratulates us on our good work thus far, and then calls on us to help her take out the refugee menace.
Join me at the haven. We will rid our land of this filth.
Oh God, we're gonna attack a refugee camp! Oh no! It's legal. This is a direct order from the Mayoress, meaning to disobey would be illegal. Still, we had 13 locations left to clear before we finished the scenario. Heading south, we happen upon the Lund farm. What happened here? Bandits had attacked this farm and murdered Lucilla Lund, and her father has gone out seeking revenge. Heading to the Stromkapp mill, it doesn't look like they got very far. Oh. The lone survivor is this man Hackett. It looks like he's part of the group responsible for the Lund murder, and so... Heading further south, we see a large figure roaming around. Is that boss music? Is that a health bar? Is that a second health bar? I'm not fighting that. Look, roaming the countryside and not actively killing anyone, that's not a crime. Plus, look at the size of him. We head north and we find this salt mine. I then persuaded the foreman to let us in. I don't know why I wanted to get in so bad. He agrees and says they can't mine the salt anyway because there are 2 iron ore veins in the way. That took literally less than 10 minutes to clear. You're a terrible foreman. Fortunately for him, being bad at your job is not technically illegal. Otherwise, Isari would have been killed weeks ago. Oh my god, you've killed him! Now that we were carving through most encounters with relative ease, it was time to take on the smaller of the 2 bandit counts. The Mount Altis Tower. Alright, let's take him out. There's 5 of them. Instantly kill 1, excellent. Bonk him. Almost. Alright, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. We'll win this easy, or at least we should. Come on in. Ow. Alright, well. Time to commit a war crime. Take drugs! Alright, give him every effect under the sun. Purge. And blow him up. It's just so unnecessary. If I stand next to him, I think it stacks it more. It's just a walking war crime. Oh, let's put this poor guy out of his misery. Finish off this guy. Good night. Best friends? Oh my god, they're best friends. What does that mean? Damage increased by 5 because they're best friends? This is amazing. Oh my god, I killed him in 1. It turns out the 2 ranged characters, Isari and Melrin, had become best friends. This isn't relevant to the plot, I just really like this feature. It's the power of friendship. Clearing out the camp meant that the ill-gotten gains were now legally ours, so we could get to loot it. I mean, to civil forfeiture. We have only 9 more locations to solve, and we are free from this challenge. By now, I'd been playing far too many hours of this game straight, and I started to get a bit weird. No, not my drug boy. Right. Oh, that's the good stuff. All right. All right. Throw a grenade at all of them. And he can just leave. Run away. I'm keeping that in just to hold myself accountable. In the snow, we were confronted by some purifiers. Initially, I was excited to see them because I'd been holding on to infected leather and brain from that very first rat encounter, and the game had told me that these people could maybe do something with them. However, things took a turn quickly for the worse.
However, we are also looking for an infected man.
When we refused to hand over Taurus, they claimed to have a legal right to take him. Okay, we have another legal quandary here. This lot have a commission for my friend here who has the rat plague. Firstly, how do they even know my client is the same man? Okay, so it's definitely the same man. But being infected and diseased isn't a crime. They do have a legal commission from the Kingdom of Alazar, but last I checked, this is Tiltron, not Alazar. Given how they treat foreigners here, I think we're in the clear. We're not giving over Taurus. That's not legal.
The one with the plague.
No. Now that we were being attacked, we were entitled to defend ourselves. Right, well, send in the war crime. Grenade! This was an incredibly annoying fight, because whilst these purifiers look like they have low health, they would just run around dodging and burning everyone. You set them on fire! Oh my god, both are on fire. Okay, so there's actual danger here. Alright, chuck that at them both. If we're lucky, we can take 2 of them out here. Oh my god, Renegro, he's a monster. I'm war crimes at him. it's so good. Throw a grenade! Frag out! After a long, drawn-out battle, we loot the bodies and take a little snack. Amongst the loot were several plague cures. Taurus had been complaining this entire time about his plague-ridden state, so I'm sure he was foaming at the mouth at the prospect of getting a cure. Before we could give it to him though, the guards stopped us. Unfortunately, the game considered the purifiers as merchants, meaning we had committed a crime. Remember, this is a legal playthrough, and so we have to accept any punishment they're going to give us. If our lives are forfeit, we're not allowed to fight back. Fortunately, it seems like we can just pay a very small fine and just give over the stolen goods, so all is well. I mean, we'll return the goods, yeah, I don't care. Truly, this is the justice system at its best. The rich can just get off scot-free. You know, unless you're Taurus. Sorry, mate, no plague cure for you. Look, I think it makes you fight better. Still, I did want to make some sort of amends. The purifiers had mentioned that they were tasked with clearing out a rat infestation, and so we went to finish the job for them. We'd struggled a bit with the first one, but now we were built different. Wait, these guys are vulnerable to burning. Only one thing for it, isn't there? Send in the war crime. Oh my god, he can do damage to everyone. Oh my god. What a legend! Ladies and gentlemen, can I interest you in rat shish kebab? Oh, this is about to be a hell of a skewer. Oh my god. We quickly dispatched the broodmother, and that's another location ticked off the list. Remember way back at the beginning of this video when I took this quest? It's finally time to get it done. It looks like a giant she-wolf has been killing people, and instead of, you know, doing their job, the trackers have palmed it off to us. Frankly, with the guards telling us to kill bandits, with landlords telling us to evict their people, with miners telling us to mine, and now the trackers and hunters telling us to hunt for them, it's a miracle these people can sleep at night without us tucking them in. Tailing a trail that looks like a blood donation vehicle had a violent crash, we finally ambush Silka. Now, a bunch of wolves, including several normal wolves, 2 alphas, and Silka herself, should be a problem. But this time, let's send in the drug-fueled biohazard. Well, you know how this works. Sorry, Silka. Everyone's getting it. That's so much damage. Grenade. That is a phenomenal amount. I mean, he's going to get torn apart by wolves now, but still. Do it on everyone. He's just going to kill everything, isn't he? He's just gonna kill everything. He didn't need saving. He was the danger. It's really weird. I just got a text from Peter. Oh god, they're outside! One by one the wolves fall and Silka is no more. However, as we head to the trackers camp to hand in our quest, we were attacked by ghost wolves. Ghost? What? We're fighting ghosts? How do you fight a ghost? Turns out you could just throw a spear at him. These wolves even drop ghost carcasses. What even is that? The idea of food? Haunted food? Dead food? Our food's already dead. I think. Now, the only 2 places left on our map are clustered together. We have the final boss of the bandit camp and the tomb. This is a place I've been avoiding this entire game. When we arrive, I realize this is going to be an outing like no other we've had.
Pretending to be scholars exploring the tomb, are we, mercenaries? Steal yourselves. People often go missing in there.
Upon entering, we're prompted to explore. And there's a new resource at the top. Light. I'm gonna level with you. I hate the dark in video games. I'm fine with the dark in real life. That's not a problem. But in video games, I can't stand it. So when we enter and are given choices of where to go, I'm not happy. And then there's this. This. I hate this. Stop this. Don't do this. We are fighting creepers and mole rats. And what's worse, we are fighting in the dark. So again, I'm gonna level with you. This is my full-time job, right? To commentate, to play video games, to create stories. This is the audio track of these encounters. I was silent. I said nothing. Fortunately, in this encounter, someone had left a torch on the ground, and so Roller grabs it and chucks it somewhere towards the middle. There, he sees a mole rat, which he promptly stomps. It looks like these creatures don't really pose much of a threat to us. We just can't see them, which means we have to wait for them to come to us. Once this is done, we find a weird mural thing, as well as a red mark in the ground. Oh god, it's a puzzle. In another room, we find a slide puzzle. Now, another thing you should know about me is that I hate slide puzzles. I don't understand them, I don't enjoy them, I don't know how to solve them. None of it makes sense to me. Oh, it's done. In this area, we find some valuables, but most importantly, a door. This door is unlocked by engaging the puzzle and then inputting the colored symbols you find around the place. I don't really understand the logic of creating a puzzle like this. Like, who makes a door, locks it, and goes, Dave, remember to paint a blue triangle on that wall, otherwise we'll never get back in. Inside, we have a fight, which is made easier by my discovery that you can equip torches. We then find a tomb that we open for some more riches. Oh, nice. Codex. You can use the lectern to restore it. Don't know what that is. Treasure of the Ancients. I have no idea whose tomb that was we just raided, but that's another location ticked off, and it's time for our final showdown. So what makes this a ridiculously hard fight is they start with 8 units to our 7, and then they're reinforced with a further 6, meaning that we're outnumbered 2 to 1. This is it, our final boss. I didn't know it at the time, but this encounter would have deadly consequences. If we fail here, the challenge is done. All right, let's go in. All right, let's get Taurus in here. Hit him with the Wrath. It's 1 down. Nice amount of bleeding. Stab him back. I'm going to send him up here, I think, to deal with this lot. Running was a bit of a glass cannon. Let's do this. Do a purge. It's killed 1. Nice. I burned myself. As planned. Alright, do the bleeding, the poison on that guy. Alright, and then run over here. No, that's my glass cannon hurt. Okay, I'll do that. Keep shooting this lot. You know, stand next to a buddy. Oh, it's not good. Oh, okay. Hopefully he just dies now, though. Not quite. Okay, now he's probably going to run. Okay, nice. Runs a Taurus. It's a lot of poison. That's a lot of enemies that just turned up. Let's make the assumption that they're going to come this way and hit a barrage. It's an expensive ability, but I think we have to do it. Nice. I'll do. With luck, they're going to get punched up. Okay. Pelia has to go in. Alright, big man. Hit him with the toxic miasma. Specifically hit that guy. Alright, hit the guy in front of you. That's pretty not useful. Chuck a grenade. Okay, and then you're going to poison everyone around you. So you're stuck behind there, hopefully. No, you can just run around. Let's do a commanding hit here. Hopefully you'll kill him. Nice, you do. Hit him. That'll get Reningel to attack him. Nice. Oh my god, there's so many! Oh, this could be a big move here. Nice, just get some damage done. Okay, so they take their opportunities first. I mean, I might... Oh, another fumigate. I could do one more. If he gets a critical, you can kill this guy. Throw a grenade. I mean, Peliar's done beautifully. You couldn't really ask more of him. Kill him. Nice. Oh, there's going to be a big swing now, isn't there? No! Oh, it's so much damage. That's so much damage. Yeah, this guy's going to ruin me. Fair, that man's dead on his turn, but I don't think we can afford the damage he deals, so let's just do that. Okay, yep. Please shoot Casa. That's like the ideal guy to get shot. 1 man to face down 5. Okay, there's a chance. I'm just going to go for it. Let's see if we can kill him. So that's the first attack. And then we're going to get you to take a step back here. Commanding shot. Take him out. Now, hopefully you don't have the space to get to us. You do. You can kick up Peliar. Oh, it's a swing, isn't it? Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible. Taking out 2 is terrible. Yeah, they killed Reningel. In a brutal fashion as well. Shoot him. He's dead. So you'll go, and you'll go, you'll go. So let's see if we can kill this guy first. If we're lucky. Nice. What I wouldn't give, just have this man throw a single bomb. Kill him. Oh my god, he did. That's good, also kind of bad. I'm so stressed. Please, God. 1 shot. Oh. Yes! Oh, I would love to let them go. Oh my god, yes! Oh, we lost a good man. We lost Reningral. We lost a good man. That fight took an hour of real time to complete, and I was genuinely devastated that Reningral, our faithful spearman, was dead. I mean, he was our opening move in every single fight we fought. I was really sad over that. So, say something nice in the comments about Reningral. We take his body after the fight and treat it with the reverence that we know he'd have appreciated. Inside the bandit camp, we find Lucilla Lund's medallion. That's the daughter of the roaming monster south. Given we'd cleared every location and we're heading that way anyway for the final showdown at Haven, I stopped off and gave the medallion back to her mother. She seems oddly unconcerned with her husband remaining roaming around the place.
Lucilla, I have killed them.
Look, as far as I'm aware, he's doing nothing wrong. I'm not dealing with that. Finally, we approach Haven, where the Lord Mayoress has commanded us to help her get rid of the refugee menace. Look, I'm not going to overhype this final encounter. It would be a disservice to Renegral, who died in the actual boss fight. But this was a really fun fight. Oh, I just tried to select a spearman. I was trying to find him. I forgot he was dead. That's really sad. Seems a little silly to go after that guy, but I did it. Fair enough. We're all picking up easy kills. Take out this guy. Excellent. This is a comparatively much easier fight. Let's get Roll Up to help out over here. The problem is he's a little slow. You shouldn't have been able to shoot. You're going to go for it. That's through these guys. Oh. Well, fair enough. It's ridiculous he can go all the way up here. Well, let's get huffing and puffing. Yeah, let's do that. Chuck that on him. Back up a little bit. And then throw a grenade. That's my legend. I'm shocked he survived the last one. On death's door he was. Okay, the barrage was not worth it. Where are you going? Why do we always have to be friends with cowards? Almost took him out. Okay, Pelia. Good luck to you, buddy. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'd be pissed if I was facing this guy. He's wiped out everyone himself. There you go. Cheeky grenade. And away he goes. Look how far he can run. Don't get involved, foot soldier, please. I'm trying to keep you alive. This is just make sure he dies on his turn. The Mayoress then executes the leader of the refugees, Fergus. It feels like a good time to mention that studies show that there's an 80% chance an Edoran refugee puts in the milk first. We then get the achievement Sightseer for completing all active quests in a region. A group of cannibals have successfully stopped all crime in Tiltron with an ultimate deterrent. If you want to see more of this kind of content, then check the pinned comment down below. I've got a variety of challenges and a variety of different games. Make sure to like the video and subscribe, because you know what happens if you don't.